Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and you're listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, Little Shaman. Today I want to talk to you about the idea that narcissists are just looking for an excuse. It's not uncommon for people dealing with narcissists to feel that the narcissist in their lives seems to be waiting for a chance to pounce on them or looking for an excuse to criticize, be offended, or be angry. The truth is, they are. You're not just imagining things, that's really happening. In order to understand this, it's important to understand why you're in the narcissist's life in the first place. Most people have someone in their lives because they like them. They want them around, they enjoy their company, they care about them, and they want to be near them. Narcissists do not have people around them for those reasons. They could care less about any of those things. People in a narcissist's life are there to do one of two things, either help the narcissist feel good about themselves or help the narcissist feel bad about themselves. Others have no merit of their own in a narcissist world. They exist solely to benefit the pathologically narcissistic person and for no other reason. Narcissists generally suffer from deep-seated feelings of self-hatred and shame. Most also have a brutal superego that savages them with internal abuse and negativity nonstop. Because they suffer from arrested development, to put it mildly, they are unable to create positive self-esteem or regulate any feelings of self-worth. When most people feel negativity or self-doubt, they're able to balance that out internally. They're able to remember good things about themselves and take a more realistic view of the situation. Narcissists, by and large, are unable to do that. They have no ability to combat these negative feelings. They need other people for that. This is what some people call narcissistic supply. Narcissists rely on other people to supply their self-worth and their self-esteem. This is, of course, not a sustainable situation. Other people wear out. They move on. They stop participating. Narcissists are aware of their inability to survive without other people, and they will generally try to take as much as they can for as long as they can in anticipation of the day that this person inevitably leaves the situation. This is why they're always looking for an excuse. There's no limit to the amount of bolstering this person's self-worth needs. Without a constant stream of energy and validation put into them from other people, they are thrown into a tailspin very quickly, sometimes within a matter of hours. It's like pouring water into a pitcher with a hole in the bottom. It never gets full, and the second you stop pouring, it's empty again. That's your job in the relationship. You only have one task, and that is to make the narcissist feel like a real person. If they're in self-destruct mode and full of self-loathing, you will be used to make them feel bad. If they are in false self mode, you'll be used to shore up that fake image and make them feel better. Whether this is done by building you up or breaking you down does not matter to them, and it's not supposed to matter to you either. You're supposed to go along with it without question or complaint. After all, it's your job, and as far as they're concerned, the only reason you exist. There are narcissists that do everything they can to build someone up so that they can say, you see, I made you, I did this. And then there are narcissists who do everything they can to tear you down so they can say, I'm so much better than you. These things, though seemingly very different, have the exact same goal in mind. That goal is the same goal they're always after, making themselves feel something. There's no trick to it. That's it in a nutshell. Now, sometimes their behavior can seem puzzling. If they want validation of their self-worth, why are they so hostile and aggressive? Why do they provoke arguments and make people hate them? Wouldn't it make more sense to be really nice and make people love them instead? It would, but they don't think of things the way that other people do. They don't appreciate consequences, and they don't understand cause and effect. They also can't see past the immediate gratification. They would all love that type of validation, and some do seek it. However, many are content to take any attention shown to them or energy spent on them as validation. If someone is expending energy hating them, they're still important. If someone is arguing with them, they matter. They exist. They are valid. That's all they care about. It doesn't really matter what this other person actually thinks of them. Not really. The attention is enough, and they'll take it however they can. Many seek more positive forms of validation, especially in the beginning of a relationship, but it can't last because they become disillusioned with people very quickly. As soon as a person shows a flaw or betrays the narcissist by just being a regular human being and not the perfect accessory to the narcissist's endlessly needy ego, the bloom is off the rose. They cannot love someone who's not perfect because to the narcissist, anyone who's not perfect is a bad person, including themselves. They still need that person because they can't survive without other people, but instead of boosting their self-worth by believing this perfect, talented, amazing person loves them, they instead boost it by punishing and degrading the lying manipulator they now believe the other person to be. And if they find a new perfect accessory, they will often discard the old one. The word discard is very important here. It reminds everyone of what they're dealing with. You don't discard people, you end relationships with them. Discarding is what people do with objects they no longer want. Discarding is what narcissists do with human beings that no longer serve their purposes. They simply throw them away. They're not ending a relationship. What relationship? The word relationship implies that another person is involved. Do you have a relationship with your refrigerator or your sofa? No, you do not. They are things you use when you need them. And the only way they matter is what they can do for you. This is how pathologically narcissistic people view other human beings. So yes, they are always looking for a reason to pounce. They are always looking for an excuse to abuse or degrade other people. They are always looking for a way to win. You don't want to compete, but it doesn't matter. Nothing you want matters. It's all about them. I hope this clears a few things up for you. As always, I look forward to your comments, questions, and suggestions, so please keep those coming. You've been listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, the Little Shaman. May the Great Spirit bless you and have a wonderful day.